Charging again at the situation in India, Rahul Gandhi, speaking in the United States of America on a 3-day visit, very clearly has on agenda the RSS and then the BJP. Rahul Gandhi, who's a Congress leader, MP, leader of opposition in the parliament, says Congress accounts were frozen before elections. Rahul Gandhi says no one is scared of the BJP anymore. The BJP spreads fear, now it is all gone. Rahul Gandhi has relentless attacks, remember, on the RSS, and every few hours as he's speaking at different conferences, forums, he says RSS considers other languages inferior, does not understand real India. So the focus is very clear. In every speech that he's making about India, it's targeting BJP, RSS, and at a point saying that the government, of course, government at the centre is on his target, and saying the situation in India appears to be going downhill.
ये कितना डर फैलाया in Delhi. Some people will I'm driving in the car, sometimes they make me open the window and they'll say डर निकल गया, डर नहीं लगता, अब डर नहीं लगता, डर गायब हो गया. It's interesting to me that BJP ने कितना, मोदी जी ने कितना डर फैलाया 3 months before the election. Our bank accounts were all sealed. Every single bank account of the Congress Party was sealed. No money for advertising, no money for campaign. Bank account बंद हो गए. First time. I've myself fought multiple elections, 2004, 2009, assembly. The first time in my life, new thing. All the bank accounts are sealed. So he just looked and said, we have no money. And then I looked at him and I said, देखी जाएगी, देखते क्या होता है. And that was the spirit we fought the election with. What the RSS is basically saying is that certain states are inferior to other states. Certain languages are inferior to other languages. Certain religions are inferior to other religions. Certain communities are inferior to other communities. This is what the fight is about. We are of the opinion that whether you are from Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, all of you have your history, all of you have your tradition, all of you have your language, and every single one of them is as important as any other one.
So now in Virginia, earlier remember he was in Texas, but the rhetoric, the statements are on the same lines. I want to now go across in Washington DC, joining me Rohit Sharma for the latest, senior journalist who's been tracking all the latest in American politics. Rohit, good morning, Indian Standard Time. It's very interesting, isn't it, that Rahul Gandhi constantly has he's one focus in the USA right now, as it appears to be, it's BJP and RSS. But do tell me, where is he speaking, who is he catering to, and why do you think that he's in the USA focusing on this line of his statements? What is the kind of strategy do you think is at play here?
Look, Rahul Gandhi is on a 4-day tour of the US. He was in Dallas yesterday. I was in Dallas as well, covering the event from Dallas. These events are organized by the Indian Overseas Congress. Sam Petrola is the president of Indian Overseas Congress. He addressed the Indian diaspora yesterday. He's had private meetings while he was in Dallas. He came to Washington, D.C. today. The clips that we were showing earlier are from the suburbs of Washington, D.C. in Herndon, Virginia. And he was pretty much repeating what he said in Dallas yesterday. He's taking pot shots at the Prime Minister, at the RSS, at the BJP, trying to present his vision. Not so much as people would like to hear, but I think he's trying to do this in a way, trying to follow the template of Prime Minister Modi, where he wants to address the NRIs and tell them about what he will be doing as a leader of opposition. He definitely feels empowered to do that. He's a leader of opposition. And there is this sense among the Indian Overseas Congress members that he could be the next Prime Minister. So there is a lot of interest in knowing and learning more about what he will do if he gets elected. But I think that's honestly, that's a bridge too far from some of the people that I've spoken to. People are obviously, reminding among themselves that, he's very, very short of majority, but he's coming across as somebody who's confident. And obviously, he's trying to sort of create a new image of himself here between the NRIs and trying to attract new people. Because look, a lot of people believe that, he hasn't been successful in his past visits. And as a leader of opposition, this might be a good opportunity for him to reintroduce himself to the NRIs. And doing this just 2 weeks before the Prime Minister visit. The Prime Minister is supposed to come to US in 2 weeks from now. In a way, trying to upstage the visit of the Prime Minister. So strategically, I think this was done. And he's just trying to make sure that he addresses the NRIs as a leader of opposition who himself, he believes that he could probably be the next Prime Minister of India.
That's a very interesting statement and perspective that you bring to us. Rohit, I also want to understand, would it be correct to say that he's catering largely to a younger audience? He's been speaking to students, he's been speaking to the younger generation of the diaspora. And is there a strategy for Rahul Gandhi to show that I'm very brave, I have a lot of courage, that I've come here in the USA and look what I stand against? Do you think that is at play here? Because clearly the diaspora in many ways, whether it's funding, narrative push, has been very influential and powerful in many ways when it comes to the USA now.
I mean, yes. And I think some of these are, as I said, strategic moves, speaking to student audiences. He spoke at Georgetown University as well. He engaged with students in Dallas. He is also going to be doing an event at a press club, and one of the highest ranking members of the IOC that I spoke to was trying to draw attention to be like, he's engaging in a way that the Prime Minister Modi would not. So again, as I said, trying to, engage with a new set of audience, reintroducing himself, trying to distinguish between how he operates and how the current government in India operates, and hence taking all these pot shots, as I said. Also, he's going to be meeting, and he's already met with some of the US leaders on the Capitol Hill. We obviously do not know, these were private meetings, but he's obviously, prepping himself up for a larger role in Indian politics. He himself said that yesterday, that I'm a leader of opposition, but I have more responsibility. So I think he's trying to play, a bigger and broader role. Only time will tell if he'll be successful in that. But as of now,
very interesting.
He's going to be here for tomorrow.
And I do think, Rohit, you bringing a lot of inside scoop also to us, and it's a fascinating strategy, definitely. Sam Pitroda is leading it, and the focus I can see, perhaps unlike Narendra Modi usually when he's as a Prime Minister in the USA, Rahul Gandhi is focusing at the younger audience, the students largely, and who he's catering to. Perhaps there's a reason for it, and as they could be the next big guns in America. Thank you very much, Rohit. I'll come back to you in just a short while. I'm sure Rahul Gandhi will be saying and giving a lot more statements in the next 2 weeks as well.